such a waste.
So you play the character Dosage in The Actor, the terrifying character Dosage.
Yeah, if you really, she doesn't talk a lot, which I think is definitely a unique take on this character, and just thinking about, like, she really is just death and destruction. So it was an interesting.
You did such a wonderful job in this, and actually, I know that you are a stunt woman as well. And so could you maybe walk me through kind of your background on that?
Kickboxing, I took karate, just like a lot of just touching into the different various martial art practices.
Yeah.
But I really fell in love with Krav Maga. And then as I got into film, it translates so well on camera. So I was kind of like already being set up before I even knew I was going to really pursue this career. And then I had an opportunity in New Zealand to study with Andrew Stalin, who is a huge stunt choreographer for big films, Lord of the Rings, Chronicles of Narnia, Spartacus, and trained with him there. And he really poured into me. So yeah, the opportunities you get to just more and more advanced. I just met a stunt choreographer in Poland, actually, who's working with Tom Cruise and all the things. So you just, it goes hand in hand for me, which is really a blessing.
So piggybacking off of that, what was it like working with the director, Richard Blake?
In truth, I've worked with a lot of people in all calibers, but I feel like Richard sets a bar really high and has standard that is unparalleled, to be honest. It just, everything he did was so excellent. Mm-hmm. Even during the stress, the strain, those difficult times, and every film has them, you do need someone to look to in your leadership position, and I feel like all eyes were on him at all times, and it was excellent.
That's really
I cried.
Cool.
There were days I'm like crying just starting the day with the precedent that's set for the people there. Like, everyone here is here for a reason, you know, and that says this really, it meant a lot to me.
That's so amazing to hear. It really was a fantastic film. And actually, could you tell me a little bit about what's going on in this scene? This is
It looks
wild.
like I'm about to do a backflip.
It does look like you're about to do a backflip.
I got to be the one to kick the door in, which was like amazing.
Yeah,
because all these men, like, Ocho's a flippin' UFC fighter. Like, why isn't he kick? It's like, no, stand back. I am the door kicker.
Oh my! Okay. Here.
So there are a couple specialty props in this scene that you work with. You know, some people are working with a nail gun, other people are working with other things. What was kind of your experience working with some of these?
I don't want to give anything away, but I definitely like this knife, and just I was able to bring in one of my own weapons that I'm like, listen, do you guys mind if I use this? So I have like this really cool diver knife on my leg, and then I'm using this to threaten, and the mask, and just everything about this scene was so much fun.
So I know that you mentioned a little bit earlier something about Poland. Can you tell us anything about what you're working on right now, or what the future holds for you?
Oh, thank you. Yes, it's a very fresh, on my mind and heart experience. I actually just flew back in less than 48 hours ago, so I'm a little jet lagged, but it was an incredible gift. The film is called Triumph of the Heart, about 10 men in a starvation cell in Auschwitz, and their story of just support and love for one another. And I again play a villain, but this time a German, so I got to use the German accent. I'm married to Karl Frisch, who is a real live, he actually did some horrific things during Auschwitz. So it's his story alongside the trajectory of these men's lives and what the horrific things that he did and that destroyed his family. And I play his wife. So it's a heart-wrenching story. We were able to go to Auschwitz and see the real cell where these men died. So
wow,
it was
that's
really
incredible.
hard.
I think the last thing that I want to say to you is you bring such a sunny presence into the room, and you're so smiley, and then you see you in this film, and it sounds like this other one where you're a villain, and you do that so well, and you did an incredible job, and so I'm really excited to see that. I'm sure we all are excited to see that film as well.
Thank you. What's super encouraging is like I actually ran into, this is just a little side story, Noah Archbold is in the actor, and I had no idea he was coming to Poland. He came to set to play a soldier with a really powerful role, and so I saw him and I'm like, I recognize him from something, but I don't know where. I didn't want to be like that person. Anyway, so I'm like, well, hey, we're so glad you're here. Thank you so much for traveling, overseas and all this stuff. And he's like, Sharon, as Noah, we're in the actor together.
Saturdays and Sundays as well.